Welcome. Welcome to Watching with Styles. Second half. Man, it's been a while. It's been a minute since we had a W. And there's nothing better than watching a film after W. Nothing better. So this is a fun day for me. Last 2 weeks were not fun. Trying to figure out why, how, what happened. Now it's like, well, we won this quarter 24-6. Shouldn't have gave up the 24 points. I mean, the 6 points should have been 24-0 or maybe 27-0. But it is what it is. I apologize to be broadcasting during the Bengals game. I know that's a cardinal sin, but I'm going to do these things Sunday and Monday so I can get it off my chest and get on with the weekend. The high school game on Friday, I can't prolong the suffering. So Sunday and Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna lock that in for this year. Probably for the rest of the time that I'm doing this. I think it's a good slot for me. So second half, defense on the field first, preferably 3 and out. Get the ball in good field position. Go put points on the board. That's what you want to happen. That's in theory the plan. The plan can't be halted by the opponent. It just can't. First down. All your D-backs doing this shit. Like, dog, we doing okay, man. We're doing okay. I had to look into it. Let me think about it. We had one pick the first game. We had 2 picks the second game. Then we had 3 last week. So we have 6 in 3 games. So hopefully that can continue. It's kind of, I say this. It's easy coaching when pretty much 3/4 of the secondary has been with me ever since I've started coaching. So they kind of know what I'm going to say before I say it. It's it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that it allows me to coach the younger guys a little bit more. The older guys know when they make a mistake, for sure. They'll come back to me and say, "This is what happened, why it happened." Because all I want to do is, I don't know to like the word. Not that I don't like the word coach, but I like the word teach a little bit more. I want them to come back to me and teach me or express to me and talk to me football about what happened, what they could have done better, and why. For me, I'm going to say tutoring these guys now is for them to understand there's always a why and what is the why. If you can't express to me what your why was on each play, then I really can't say anything to you. Even if the play isn't successful for you, even if you give up something big or you give up a big play, because I still feel like that other team is going to make plays. But if you can tell me the why, then I can say, all right, man, they just got you. But if you can't express the why to me, now we got a problem. Because I try to express to you why we're doing certain things and why it's happening this way. Route recognition, all those things I'm trying to teach and tutor now. But it is a joy coaching these kids, and it's a joy to see them play without hesitation. even though we have one corner that has a little PTSD from getting beat in the Jamboree game, but he's coming back to himself a little bit more now. To play free and to play smart is the only thing I can ask. Play smart, but play free. If you see something, go get it. Don't second guess. Don't be hesitant. Coach, look, we've been talking about them running this route all the time. They came in a formation, and I anticipated. I probably guessed a little bit too much, but I really felt that they was going to run this route, and they didn't. So they got me. All right, dude. Everybody makes a mistake as long as you make it full speed and you have a thought process of why you did it. If you don't have a thought process, you just guessing out there, nah, that's when I have a problem. First play, they come out and get a little too much. A little too much. But this is what I want fans to understand. And this is honestly why, for me, we match up better with Ole Miss than, per se, a Tennessee. And we're not the only ones. Even though Ole Miss goes fast, Ole Miss doesn't spread you out from sideline to sideline. So what happens with this, you got one running back in the backfield, right? But we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in the box because of trips. So we had to expand pop out. Now there are situations and coverages and schemes where you can, I wish I had that ability to you can cut a guy out and move him. There are situations where you can move the safety down over number 3, so they just can't pop a pass to him right here. You move a safety over number 3 and bump the linebacker in. So now we have 6 men in the box. But since we have 5, we're light. This safety has to be in the run game because he's only got one receiver to him, and we bump this linebacker out. So in certain situations, what you would do is bump him in, have this safety, eye number 3 if he goes vertical, and then you have 6 men in the box. But this safety is slow to react on any run because he's got to make sure number 3 doesn't go vertical. Since we got time, as we always have time. So for me, in theory, right, corners and safeties only worry about the number 1 and number 2 to their side. So that's 1 and 2. So in theory, this would be the 1 and 2 for that side. So if I know later in my career, now he's not doing it because it looks like he's man, that we will be back here and I will have my eyes on 3-2, and we will both read number 1 and number 2, even though number 2 is on the other side of formation. Or you can, there's so many things, or you can have him help on number 3. Then this guy knows he's got him man because there's no help for him. There's a lot of different things you can do. I'm going to do the last one. Or you can, in essence, I don't want the arrow though. Can I just get a line? Nope, it does the arrow. Or you can, as we call it, cut. And what happens is that just eliminates this. Now this is 1, this is 2, and this is 1. So now the corner and the safety adds those 2, and that will allow this linebacker to bump back in. Then you can play bracket probably on this guy. There's so many different ways to run it. So many different ways to skin a cat. But on this, since whatever scheme we're running, it required pop to pull out. So now they only have 5. So now here's the thing about it. It makes it difficult on D-Jack. That is good job of filling that. Now we just got to finish the tackle. This is an amazing job by D-Jack. Now, I'm not sure. Is that Silver? I'm not sure. Does Silver have that A gap or this A gap, or he's supposed to play both? Because he went inside, made this hole bigger. Those are the things that I talk about. Is I don't know. See how he swam inside? This is a long way to go for that safety, but they do a pretty good job. Gotta be a little more gap sound. Ooh, good tackle. 2nd and 6 is not bad with 5 men in the box. Now they get us a little bit. Is that a GT? And they just get us. It happens. They had enough hats to take control of us. We still force them to 3rd down, though. 3rd and 1. Get push. But we get these guys, these big guys, in to the linebacker. We hold a point pretty decently, but then he's able to leak out to the linebacker. That hurts a little bit. When he can get to the linebacker off a combo, see, that kind of hurt us. I mean, it's not. I mean, they got 2 to 3 yards. Not like it was. They got 20. But now we got a little jailbreak. We say we're tired of this BS. I don't know if this was a design inside move, but it worked. Beat them, penetration, ball game. Sound, everybody has a gap. Squeeze, squeeze. Perfect. Oh, how did he get out of there? How did he get out of there? Looks like we might have man. That is the reason why. See, I'm watching this again, y'all. I didn't watch with the second half. That's why he's in man. That's why D-Jack is slow reacting. It all starting to make sense now. So that's why, y'all, honestly, if you follow me on Twitter, I really don't say too much during the game unless I can get that end zone cut, like in Georgia and South Carolina. If I can get that end zone cut, and then I can rewind the play, because for some reason Skycast allows me to rewind, I think 10 seconds. If I can rewind it and see it again, especially from the end zone cut, then I can say things. But like, I didn't see that until now that D-Jack was in man. That's why he got out. It makes sense. Okay, 3rd and 7. We bring in 6. And I think we bring in 6 because I think we green dog, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like, in my opinion, Weaver has that running back. So if he blocks, he's got to hold on to him. Because if he let loose, D-Jack is coming. There's no other guy that can help on that running back. So I really think that we're bringing 6 regardless. And D-Jack just has a delayed blitz to let everything settle before he goes in, have all the offensive linemen kind of declare who they're going to block. So it looks like we went in, twist, and brought D-Jack around. And now we got a one-on-one with a back on J.J. Weaver. That should never work, and it didn't this time. Good pressure by J.J. Good stunt by that stunt right here. I don't know who that is. Probably Saunders or Ripka. Took 2 linemen and allowed D-Jack to get a little bit of an edge. Good job, man. Oh, AJ. AJ asked, how many rollouts? I actually charted it. I think that was 22 drop back and 7 rollout. 22. Now this is called all the passes, even with penalties. I got 22 dropbacks and 7 rollouts. So we didn't roll out that much. Now we rolled out more in the second half. I got 5 rollouts in the second half. So maybe that's where we are getting that thought process that we rolled out a lot. We didn't roll out. We rolled out on this twice in the first half. This is one of the 5. I don't know what the hell happened there because the damn angle was horrible. So I don't know. Gavin showed that he can run the rock. And he had 2 good passes. Now we just imposing our will. Look, it's going to be interesting this Saturday in Oxford. We're going to see how good their run defense is. Because I think our running game is pretty damn good. Is it great? No, but I think it's pretty damn good. This is unfortunate. This is a great route, great concept. Everybody runs this. It's really simple. He's going to try and clear out that corner. And then we're going to try and run an over route between that linebacker and that corner. Hopefully that linebacker bites up, creates a nice void, and it's an easy pitch and catch. If they're in zone. That's a zone beater. Single high zone beater, it's right there, especially when they double Baron Brown. That's easy pickings. Unfortunately, we're at offsetting penalties, so we had to start back over. This is, by far, in my opinion, this is the best pass that Brock has thrown as a Kentucky Wildcat. So, right now, this is, and it'll show you. I don't like the term looking down a receiver. He's not looking down a receiver. What he's doing is this guy is in conflict. That's what he's trying. He's trying to put that guy in conflict. What is he gonna do? Okay. So a lot of times what is ran is they run, it'll be a hitch. It's called smash route, China route with a corner. All right. You just want to occupy him. And if he drives on the short, you throw here. If he settles on this, you throw here. That's just easy read. So it gives the appearance that he's locking down a receiver or looking down a receiver. He's not. He's looking down the defender. See how the defender stayed on, I don't know who that is, on the outside receiver for a beat long. Now there's a hole shot. There's a small window right there to fit it in between a corner and a safety and cover 2. And he layered this thing beautifully over that corner in between that. You can't throw a better ball. That is a great pass. So you're looking from this angle. He's looking this way the whole time. But he's not looking at his guy. He's not staring down the receiver. He's staring down that corner to see what he's going to do. The corner dictates what is going to be ran. Because here's the deal. The safety has no chance on a corner route. I don't give a damn how good a safety you are. The safety is lined up inside of the tight end. So he's beat naturally because of just his alignment. You can see, I think that's Dingles. I think that's who caught the ball. You can see Dingle's foot right there. He's inside of him. So when I break outside, I just have the leverage advantage. So if that corner bites a little bit, you get him over the top. Great ball, man. This is a great run by Demi, getting something out of nothing. This is going to go by fast, y'all, because there ain't much to this. Wilcox is showing me more than I even expected. To me, it's the vision. He has everything that I want out of a running back. He has a little bit of juice. He has vision. He has balance. When you combine those, and he's got some toughness too. He's not just gonna bounce it outside. He is fine running in between the tackles if need be. But he's got enough speed that if he's gotta bounce it out, he can bounce it. But we just create another line of scrimmage. Now, I personally don't know why we don't get to this guy. I guess they just knew that Wilcox was going to take care of him and get this first down. We are imposing our will. Roll out, roll out. Now, I don't know why he waited this long to throw the ball to Dingle. Because I can't tell what's going on behind. Because it looks like that one will be open. But for some reason, he hesitated. Not hesitate, he didn't throw it. I don't know what's going on behind him. But that's a great job by Dingle just keeping himself available. That's a hard run. It's a great run. I think that's Wilcox. Third and short. Good job, DSK. Look, I'm very interested. I know we've probably talked about this. I've talked about it so much. I don't know when I've talked about it. This is going to be interesting when Chips comes back. How the allocation of touches are going to go. I just don't. I'm not a big Jet Sweep fan. This is a good ball. It's just a better play by this corner. He threw him down in between the safety and the corner. I think this is covered. This is some type of cover 3 or man. Single high, man under maybe. And the guy made a good play. Now this is close to being a great play. He just didn't elevate it just enough. Yeah, it's slow to the hole, fast out of the hole. Slow to the hole, fast out. Press the hole. Don't give up on the hole until you know. Now, some guys like to bounce it out faster than others, or when it's not supposed to be bounced. There's a skill set to that. But yeah, the best thing is press the line of scrimmage as long as you can with patience, because that hole might open up late. It's like an elevator door. You hit the button, sometimes it doesn't open up right away. Sometimes it gotta come from level 20. But once it gets there, once it opens, you better get on in there. Y'all, I'm honestly still trying to figure out what we're running. Because I heard somebody tweeted out and said that this was like cover 2-ish, which it can be cover 2. No doubt about it, it's something. I see you, peanut butter. Chip is released to play. Coach said that his hamstring. Yeah, Steven, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sure if it's hand strength or if it's a conundrum how we're gonna use this guy with the guys who are already successful. I don't know, man. You're in a great situation, but a tough spot. You know what you know what you're gonna get out of DSK and Wilcox. You have no idea what you can get out of Chip. So how do you allocate? How do you insert him into a situation when you know what you're gonna get out of two guys, but have no idea what you're gonna get out of this other guy, and you're gonna start him? That's a tough one for me. Especially when the other two have been playing so well. That's gonna be an interesting thing. So here's the deal. When they go empty, remember how I said last time, with number 3, how you get the safety to come over and help? Well, there's no helping now because he has 2 to his side. So he's got to worry about these 2. So in theory, not in theory, what you want on defense to have +1. +1. So if they have 2, you want 3. If they have 3, you want 4. Those are just simple number difference. Number preferences for a defense. The problem is when you have 3, you leave a void. So what you do is, like most people, and this is where I think they got him. A lot of people will, like I said earlier, let's see if I can draw a line. I don't want that. I don't want that. It still makes an arrow when I said a line. That's interesting. Okay. So what happens is, what a lot of teams do is get all this arrow. What a lot of teams do is what we call cut. So they cut that part of fill out. And so then they play their coverage. If this guy's a nickel, if that guy's a nickel, we play coverage and you slide this safety inside here, and now this are your 2, and these are the 2 on this side. But since I think this is a linebacker, you probably can't play cut. So what they did, because this is pop, that's pop. What they did was, and what I think they did, riddle me if I'm wrong. So what they did, in my opinion, is they cut him out, and this is 1, and this is 2. And I think when 2 goes out, he sprints and get to that kind of that curl. Since he's taken care of, there really is no hook because there's nobody over here that can run a hook. So I think the pattern recognition is built off of number 2 as always, and this guy kind of follows him because we eliminated certain zones. I'm gonna just do it. So if you watch me for any time, there's a flat, there's a hook, there's a curl, There's a hook, hook, curl, flat. All right. So since this guy went out, there's no longer a hook. That's only a curl and a flat. This one has been eliminated because who's going to run all the way in there? This receiver is not going to hook all the way across, right? He's not going to do that. So since 3 went outside, it eliminated him from hooking up, right? So because of that, you can see Pop can expand with them because now he's playing the curl or to get under a slant. All right. So now this is where understanding your job. Gadget said, what do you think about both quarterbacks? I don't like it, Gadget. I really don't. I definitely don't like it in the middle of a drive. That's just not my thing. But it's worked for others. When you understand everything about coverage, everything about the procedures, everything about what everybody else has to do, it makes your job easier. So if we're playing cover 2 here and we're cutting number 2 out, once number 2 goes into the flat, which is this safety's number 2, he's responsible for staying over the top of number 1 because there's no one else that can threaten him in any way but this guy. Or we can say, this guy. That's the only guy that can threaten him. So as a corner, I know that. Once number 2 goes outside, I don't have to sink and worry about a corner route. All right. So when 2 goes out and 1 goes in. So here is the other thing. Someone was asking me about math. So you see right now, from a quarterback perspective, Max is a little hidden line of sight because he thinks he kind of carried number 1 a little bit inside. All right. So the quarterback says, I think I can fit that in there. This is when the math comes in. So see if I can do it. So math, right angle. This is about 7 yards. From here to here is about 17-ish. From the bottom of the numbers to the top of the numbers to the hash is 9. Let's see where we are. This ball's got to go to the number, so that's 9. Let me do my math over again. As Coach Smith used to eloquently say to us, you should be able to break 1/3 the distance of the ball. So that's about 7 yards. So from 9 to the middle of the field is about, what's that about? 9 minus, so about 17-ish yards. Probably, I'm gonna give it 17. So now this throw is in the 20-ish, probably 24-ish. So now 1/3 of 24, and I did 24 on purpose, is 8. I don't think that's exactly it, but it's close to it. So 24 is 8. So this is how I played. So and it became inherent. I didn't have to think about it I just knew how far I had to be away. So if you look at it, Max is 5 yards away. So if it's a 15-yard throw, he can break it up. If it's anything more, he should be able to do this. Because he breaks. Watch the break. Quarterback handoff. Look, you can. Quarterback front hand comes off the ball. He is leaning forward. He's breaking on the ball. And honestly, he didn't break as fast as he can because it was too. That's knowing. That's knowledge. That's doing everything right. Understanding everybody's responsibility. Understanding, because I'm going to go back. Because what happens, y'all, what happens sometimes is right here, he reads the route, he reads it, and he starts the process of coming up now. He sees it, he pulls the ball down, and he runs. This is how I tell my kids, be patient and wait. If you read it, just wait. Look, he knows it's coming. He didn't come here and the quarterback would have seen him out his peripheral and said, he's gonna pump it or whatever and then run it. He waited. Because in my opinion, it's an instinct deal. But you know right now that I'm in prime position. If he throws that, I'm picking it. Because I'm too close to him. Our defense is consistently good. I think it's from continuity. Well, peanut butter, a lot of people don't like Brad White. So a lot of people don't want that consistency. I would say this, in all seriousness though. I honestly thought that the offense had some continuity, but Eddie Gran head was being called for. Eddie Gran coached for what, 7-8 years? So we had some continuity. Then when Eddie Gran left, I think they thought they had continuity in Liam. Liam stayed a year and left. So they had to find somebody. I'm pretty sure Coach Stoops thought he had him for a little bit of time. So that was Liam leaving. And then Liam wanted to come back. Then Liam left again. It's hard to keep continuity when you think you have continuity and a guy leaves. I hope Bush stays here a little bit longer. At least stay here 4 years if everything's successful. And like you said, keep that continuity. I think it is continuity in the system and being able to play fast because there's enough guys in the system that can teach the younger kids if need be. It is important. Good pressure, man. This is straining to the ball. I can't tell numbers. Saunders and I don't know. Who the other guys? That Ripka, Gilbert? I don't know, man. I couldn't tell the numbers. Good job, man. It's a broken record. But when everybody has their gaps, everybody does their job, there's nowhere to go. Like, there's nowhere to go. If I have quarterback, I'm going to take quarterback first, and then I'm going to get into the play from the other side. That is perfect. That's such good work, man. This defense is hard to run against. Matthews, it was 55. All right, honestly, Aaron, I thought it was 95. I'm like, who the hell is 95? I like Eddie Gran as long as defense was good, ground and pound product. It's not just the look. This is the funny thing about the ground and pound. I'm gonna look it up since this film is gonna go real quick. Interesting to think about ground and pound, and I'm gonna find this out right now. I don't think people understand how much
Zach Carter down there to make the stop.
How much is important to be able to run the ball? How should I do this? I mean, people think, oh, we need to be, need to be exciting. We need to do this. We need to throw the ball around. We need to stop being predictable. All that stuff. Predictable isn't the issue. It's execution. Because even though someone might know you're going to run, they don't know the play you're going to run. All right. I'm going to look at Tennessee's box scores. Since Tennessee is the one, to me, that a lot of fans like to compare themselves, us to, since Heupel's been there and running that high-octane offense. All right. Last week against Oklahoma, Tennessee passed the ball 21 times. They ran the ball 52. All right. So they ran the ball twice as much as they passed it, more than twice as much. So that was week 4. In week 3, against Kent State, where they just throttled them, Tennessee passed the ball for 25. They ran it for 55. They ran the ball 55 times, passed the ball 25 times. They won 71-0. Those are big plays. And Nico only threw 1 touchdown. So they pounded Kent State to the ground. All right. So that was week 3. Week 2. Tennessee box score. They passed the ball 23. They ran the ball 44 times. That was against NC State. Now, obviously, when Hendon Hooker was quarterback, it was probably a little bit more balanced. But with Nico there, in the first game, they passed the ball 44 and ran the ball 46. Now, Nico only passed 28. They gave some of these young guys some more pass attempts. So I want y'all to understand that even though Tennessee is a high-octane offense, they scored. Let's see what Tennessee scored. Tennessee scored 69, 51, 71, and 25. And not in one game, in any of those games, they passed more than they ran. So you have to be able to run the ball. In this conference, you pass the ball to, they will eat you up. So for all this, it's not pretty, the tempo and all that stuff. I mean, let me see what Ole Miss. See what Ole Miss does. Mississippi played Furman the first game. Ole Miss passed 45, ran 37. Jackson Dart threw it 27 times. That's the first game of the season against Furman. Second week, they beat Middle Tennessee 52-3. They passed 31, they ran 42. Week 3, they must have been off week 3, huh? They were off week 3. Nope. They played Wake Forest week 3. They passed the ball 42. They ran it 32. And last week, they played Georgia Southern. They ran it they passed it 33. They ran it 36. So there you go. It's balanced. You have to be balanced. If you're not balanced, it's gonna, unless you have a absolute stud at quarterback we just put on his shoulders, you have to be able to run the rock. If not, it's gonna be a problem. I don't understand why they went away from the run at the end of because of this, Peanut, if you're asking me, because Georgia was starting to load the box. So on first down, they only got 2 yards. So they are behind the chain. If they only get 2 yards on second down, it's 3rd and 6. That's 3rd and long. That's not a great down for us. Even with that said, this is I don't argue about plays because the 2nd and 8 play call was a perfect play call to get you into field goal range if it's executed. It's really just if Brock gets that ball out to ABS when he's supposed to, he's got 2 blockers in front of him. I'm just saying. Man, this Souls kid, man, for him to recognize this bubble screen as quickly as he did, like, I don't know what he sees to make him go out there. Now, maybe he feels this offensive tackle. If you see it, he's trying to avoid him. He's trying to get skinny and go by him. That's the only thing I can see of how let me go back. Since we have this great tool. That's the only thing I can see of how he dissects this really good. Peanut butter, 3rd and 6 is a passing down. Now, could you possibly maybe run on 3rd and 6? Maybe. But 3rd and 6 is a passing down. Unless you just know that we going, well, I guess you would say we were going for it on 4. That is a tough position to be in. 2nd and 8, not winning 2nd down, hurt. Not getting to 2nd and 7 or 2nd and 6, hurt. 2nd and 8, them 2 yards is huge. 2nd and 8 was a bad down to be in from an offensive standpoint because you are behind the chains. You're not ahead of the chains. So for Souls to read that as a defensive end, come off and scream down the line of scrimmage, dude, that's impressive. And then to make the tackle, come on, that's a true freshman. Now this one hurts because we get the 5 easy yards on 1st, and now this is. I don't like it, but if we can get that block, we have something going here. But their player just made a play. If we block that corner, if we eliminate him, he's the one that makes the play up. This is an easy 1st down. They have to respect the run there. All right, peanut butter. There's nothing I can say that can change your mind. There's nothing you can say that would change mine. And with this one, this is execution. This is, if he doesn't fumble, this guy is peeking in. If he doesn't fumble, he has the edge. He has the edge. But the fumble allows this guy to retrace and make a great tackle. Peanut butter, I honestly think you don't know you going for it. Remember, there was enough time on the clock and you have 3 timeouts. It wasn't like it was a minute left on the clock where you know you're going for it. You're at the 50. You can punt them inside the 10-yard line. You probably won't go for it unless you get into a certain down and distance that you feel comfortable with. If they got into 4th and 3 or less, I think they go for it. 4th and 8, after you tried 2 chances at second and third and 8 and was unsuccessful, I don't think third time's a charm. So no, you do not know in that situation on second down if you got 3 more downs. Because the success on the next 2 downs are gonna dictate if you go for it. Because you got 3 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning. You got 4 timeouts at your disposal to punt them, and you at the 50, you can punt them down inside the 10-yard line. How good your defense was playing, that's what happens. You don't, peanut butter, you're right. It should have been communicated. Good tackle. If he doesn't fumble it, I promise you, he makes this first down. That linebacker angle would have been, he wouldn't have made it in time if we don't drop it. If we don't drop it there, it doesn't reset and we get that first down. If we get the first down, then we don't give up 6 points. Even though the defense still got to come on the field and make a stop. That's on them though. You gotta come back on the field and make this stop. And this is just some things. This is another recipe that just keeps haunting us. So I'm gonna say this right now. This ain't coaching, because I guarantee you they have gone over this ad nauseum. Whatever coverage, this is players overreacting. I'm trying to figure out. Let me go back. Because let me teach you point. When he pulls up right there, there's no one really. I guess he gave a little bit of a block, but there's no reason for you to be screaming here. Here's the reason why. This is the hardest thing to do. You do your job. I'm pretty sure either he has quarterback or he has quarterback. One of them does. He has pitch. So if that's taken care of, you don't come screaming up here, because we already got enough guys to handle this. Your job and the other guy back here, job is to help eliminate if they read it wrong. We don't need you up here. We got this taken care of with 2 linebackers and Childress. We don't need anybody else. That's the thing. So the run is taken care of. We play the pass. You don't let somebody run past you. Now, here's the deal. I don't know the exact responsibilities for the defense, but when you see a guy turn around and sprint his ass off, that's usually a pretty good indication that he's the one in the wrong. Now, I'm going to say this. In all honesty, the corner is probably in the wrong too, because he doesn't have eyes on quarterback to be able to retrace and come back down, because this safety had that go route. Remember, if we go back, well, we can see it on the next. There's only 2 receivers over there. 2 receivers, right? So when he clears out, and this is the thing you got to understand, there's levels to all coverage. If he clears out and the safety's over there, there's no need for you to be there. You come and see this. So, come on, guys. Come on. He's got pitch. We don't need you to have pitch too. I like Stoops, but this season is supposed to lack a clock. This season is supposed to lack a clock. I think he's gotten way better at clock management than. Oh, jeez, Alexa. I didn't say Alexa. I honestly think that he's handled these two halves better than he's ever had. That first half was handled perfectly. People want touchdowns, and if you start with 3 and you can get 6, it's good. But you start with 3. You gotta get points before halftime in a 2-minute drill. Last week, I think they ran to perfection. They got the ball on the 15-yard line with 9. It's just too many. It's too many things that can go wrong from the 9-yard line. A pass takes 2 to 3 seconds in the air. The route takes 2 to 3 seconds. If the quarterback scrambles any bit, it's gonna get to 9. If it was on the 5 or the 7-yard line, then you take a shot, because then it's just a take the snap, throw it. But when it's 15-yard line, you don't need them to be tackled in bounds, because then it's over. So I have no problem with that one. I have no problem with this one. I will say this. It comes down to 2 plays. Bush calling down quarterback draw and Brock sliding instead of throwing the ball away. And they wasted 2 timeouts on those 2 plays. One of them you can blame on the coach. One of them you got to blame on Brock. He's got to know to throw that ball away. You do not get tackled in bounds with sliding. You just can't. Now, this is just a situation of we guessing and overrunning. Ooh, I thought I had that play. Somehow I got cut out. Okay. I had an end zone cut of it. D-Jack, and I think this is not Rayner. I don't know. This the other middle linebacker. They went with this too much and just vacated the middle of the field. There's no linebacker there. See how they vacate? That's another thing of we got a guy here, we got a guy here. We don't need you there, D-Jack. We need you right there. FBS teeth. All right, peanut butter. You're right. You're right. Hey, we should have taken a shot. I don't think he makes it in here, but again, the optimal word is indisputable. It's probably not disputable to change it. That's a good play by those 2 defensive linemen on that 2-point conversion. This was the worst ran screen I think I've seen in a long time. I don't think the offensive line knew it was a screen, because they let nobody through real. I guess Ray did, but it's horrible. Now, is that on them being lazy or that's on us? I think Cox just held his block for too long. See, I don't think Cox knows that that's a screen. I don't think Cox is playing this as a screen. Run another screen after running that screen. And we finally timed it up well. Now, it was into the boundary, which helped. No, Gadget. I didn't say that lady's name, but for some reason it comes on. Since we're in the boundary, there's shorter distance for them to travel to get blocks. Sometimes the timing is just off. This was good timing. Get the boom, boom. Although we missed that block, and there's a level of patience you have to have too. We didn't let the blocks unfold well. This to me is a great call, and unfortunately, we didn't finish a block, and we didn't get a foot race between him and Brock, because if think it's Cox, can get to this guy. It's a foot race. Cox saw him and just can cut him off. That's a great block by Demi, gone. Great block by Caddis, gone. If we get that block, now it's just him and a quarterback. But since that linebacker scraped over the top of Cox, he got him, he's just got him a little bit to slow him down and allow 6 to come over there and clean up. I'm not sure he makes that tackle. I'm trying to figure out why didn't Brock just let it rip. What did he see? Because he's looking straight down the pipe. What did he see that made him not rip that right now? I'm still trying to figure that out. He could have ripped it. There's nobody there. What did he see? This is why this angle is bad. I can't. Did that safety come down? I'm not sure, but it seemed like he could have ripped that right to, I don't know, that Dane. So to get it out of there, past the line of scrimmage, so it's not a loss of down, grounding. With a step up in the pocket. Now, unfortunately, they call a hold. But I'm not sure if it's a hold. I think they call this on Mincy. I don't see a hold. I just don't see it. I still don't see it. I don't know. That's an iffy call in my opinion. But then Brock, you can't take this hit though. Now this hit, you can't take. That made no sense. So now we're 1st and 30. Little rollout. Good catch. Now who knew we can get 30 yards in 2 plays? This is a great route by Dane. Man, he had a day. This is how I've been saying this for so long, is that he starts on the hash. This corner has outside leverage. You can see his shadow here. You want to attack his leverage. He's outside. Dane is attacking his leverage and trying to stack him right now. Now he's got a little bit of a stem. Now he's stacked on that receiver. Now he's won. He has won this rep. He's won this rep. He can go here. He's inside of him or stacked on top of him. He's going to be behind, or he can go here. It's a win-win proposition right now because Dane had a good release, stemmed him for a little bit, and now he's going to break it out. Now, if the ball could have been a little bit better, got him, stepped on his toes and everything. 1st down. Now, this to me is a great play design. Now, we've been trying to do these jet sweeps and all this stuff, and then these tunnel screens. Get a lead blocker out in front of them. This is a condensed formation. This is 3-by-1. We're going to pull. It's kind of like power lead with tight end, tailback. This is a really nice play design. And we pull the guard. I didn't notice the guard till now. We pull the guard. We pull the tight end. And we got running back lead. Boom. Seal. Great block by Dane Key out in front. Easy peasy. That's a great play design. That is a really good play design. Now it's time for the defense to go 3 and out, get the offensive ball again. And at this point, I honestly think Ohio was just trying to get up out of here. Because on 3rd and 10, they ran the ball. I think they try and get this clock to tick, 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 tick. Now we got Gavin in. ABS, we finally get a nice zone read in. Now this is just garbage time, y'all. But these guys still play well. Now, gotta hold the water, hold the fort down for a little bit longer. This is probably one of the best passes I've seen on 2nd and 23 to convert that with a dot. Still getting it behind the chains too much. Got to get to 2nd and 6 more consistently. And this is going to be a dot too. That is a great route concept, and great throw. So, and this, it shouldn't happen like this. But this is why you run this. You run this guy shallow, clear out, and bend in. You're hoping that he takes that and opens up that window. And fortunate enough for us, that linebacker followed Dingle on 3rd and 19 when he is barely 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. That's horrible. Why would you guard someone 2 yards away from the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 19? Make it make sense. And he just opened up that window. Because all these guys should have been, he should have been there, he should have been there, he should have been there. But 2 guys went and ran with Dingle on 3rd and 19 on a 2-yard route. Wow. Good pitch and catch, though. You got to execute, though. Even though it was open, you still got to execute it. Again, to me, that's just wasting. I'm not a fan of that play. Great advantage of when things break down, you have a quarterback who can extend the play or get you yards. That's big. Good job, man. That's the way to finish play now. What, this next play Gavin's going to get? Nope, this play you're going to get a touchdown. That's the way to finish. So, this is mop-up time. So, y'all, we're going to get this done in under an hour and 15 minutes. That doesn't happen often, y'all. That doesn't happen often at all. So, I appreciate the game coming on. I appreciate Peanut Butter and Gadget and who else was on here? I know the football game was on. And Aaron, Steven, Swole Guy, Lake Dog. I appreciate y'all tuning in on a night that didn't end as well as y'all wanted to end with Cincinnati getting beat tonight. So I appreciate y'all taking out the time. And hopefully next week it's another breakdown after W. Because the W's feel real good. It's fun to watch these plays when you know you won the game. So that's all I got for y'all. Y'all have a blessed rest of the week. And I will see y'all same time, same channel next week. And hopefully with a W. All right, y'all.
1:16 left to play in the game. Quarterback drops